Yo, what is up, guys? It's Zay, and this video is it's made out of frustration. So I was gonna make a video about my inventory for my upcoming shows this weekend. Uh, two got two different ones, one Saturday, one Sunday, and I actually already recorded this video, but I had to. I didn't. I'm glad I didn't post it because some more stuff came out. So the first one is the tame one. So I was scrolling through Facebook and I was looking at some One Piece stuff because I've been One Piece too, just a little bit. Even though that's like most of my inventory. Uh, I was looking at some graded cards, and he had a PSA 10 that was he wanted, I think, about 13 or 1400 for, and I was like, something is extremely odd about this card. It's not an alt art, it's not a manga. It was the OP13 regular SR jewelry Bonnie, and I'm like, maybe he's just making a joke. He's cracking a joke. He's, just making fun of the people, spending $1 million on, graded cards, etc., etc. Nah. So, the Jewelry Bonnie SR, the regular SR, not the alt, in PSA 10, you fucking gooners, sells for the lowest I've seen, $400 to $500 a piece for a $5 SR, so a 100x multiplier, or at the absolute peak, $1,500, because someone bought this in $2,000 Canadian, for a PSA 10. Now, there was a random sale on the 13th for $10,000. That sale did not go through. I checked the eBay account. The seller relisted the same card under an auction again, and I think he backed out, or the buyer, backed out, or there was some funky stuff going on, so it might have just been one of those weird, fake bids and all that shit. But even still, without the $10,000, which was already kind of fucking stupid, $1,500 for a $5 SR, bro. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, I get, she's Bonnie's bent over, booty cheeks all on the frame of the card, brother. Come on, y'all. $1,500, bro. That's ridiculous. And just go out. It's nice and sunny. I don't know if you guys saw the light shine a little bit. I'm in front of my house. I just got off work. The grass looks good. It's nice outside. Go outside. Go touch some grass. Not ass. Touch some grass. Get off the computers. Stop spending your money on cardboard that has booty cheeks on it. Go touch grass. Now, to get off of One Piece into the more, not necessary, I want to say it's serious, but now in Dragon Ball, they're doing reveals for, what is it, BT 31, 32, I can't remember off the top of my head. This pan alt art looks really fucking weird. Now, I talked to a buddy of mine, and I don't have children, so like, I can see and empathize with how weird this SPR looks. But I can't sympathize because I don't have I have nieces, so like, I guess I could kind of sympathize with it and like people's disdain for the card. Like, but I showed him this, no context behind it, and he is just like, bro, I'm from the card, like, I've played card games, like, motherfuckers is weird. Like, I don't know. It's an old, I don't want to say old, but what is it? GT is what, like 20 years old or something? Like 15, 20 years old. Yeah, no, about 20 years old. Like, so the time back then and having that scene or whatever in the anime, like, people were raunchy and doing shit like that, all like making art like that art like that all the time back then and even now. But I feel like when we sit down in the room and we're picking artwork that is going to be used as SPRs, I feel like at a certain point somebody in the room is like, hey, maybe we shouldn't have a child in a bathrobe with a little shoulder slip on a trading card on our oldest current living TCG. Like, maybe we should sit down and we should actually think about the potential backlash, because not all publicity is good publicity. Not all, artwork, like whether they would have, I think even going as far as to just not do the fucking shoulder slip, like, and just alter it, put the arm up, or put like even a tighter bathrobe, or like, or something, like, and have it, or whatever the hell. But like the shoulder slip was a bit much. I think the card in general it probably shouldn't have been made. There's arguments to where some people, the arguments that some people think that the people that have a problem with the card or that view the card as negative are weirdos. I need you guys to stop being intellectually dishonest. The card artwork is weird. We need to stop being dishonest with ourselves or being idiotic, and stop pretending like weirdos don't exist in all facets, shapes, and forms, and in all communities and at all different levels of society. There's weirdos out there. I'm not gonna claim or put the word out there or even hint that maybe one of the designer, now I'm not saying that, you get what I mean. I'm not gonna say that that's what they are, or that's whoever came up with the idea for this card, that's what's on their brain. They probably were just like, yo, this would look cool as a SPR. People love paying. It's from some iconic scene out of the anime. Let's put it on a card. And some people probably just A-okayed it because they reuse artwork all the fucking time. But like, there's something weird. Like, the gooners are gonna goon in One Piece, and maybe that one card show host who said that he doesn't want One Piece sold at his shows because all it is skimpy women and skimpy outfits, even though he lets people sell wrestling cards, which there's a lot of women in skimpy outfits and cheek showing, but that's besides the point. Maybe he was on to something. Maybe he was just a little bit on to something. And now seeing this thing with Dragon Ball, and I know some people are comparing it to the Bunny Girl Bulma, or Bulma the Bunny Girl, whatever the name of the card is. Like, it's not the same. Like, we all view, like, for the most part, most people view Bulma as an adult. Like, we know, like, most people right now view Pan as a child, and in that show she was a child. Like, so let's not be dishonest. And there were some people, and to also push back on some of the other people, like, there was one guy who made a comment on the post about the card, who said calling a child adorable is like weird. It's like look, people call children adorable. Kids are adorable. Like, I get, in the full context of the image is what I'm gonna assume you meant, but saying just as a blanket calling children adorable is wrong, or you view it as wrong. Your mind is way too deep in the gutter. But I think people who don't have a problem with the image itself, their mind is not in the gutter enough. Like, there's a perfect balance of, hey, this card is probably a little too raunchy, probably a little too edgy, and it's perfectly balanced. And then there's way too far of, yo, kids shouldn't be called adorable, you're weird. And there's not too far where it's like, I don't see the problem with this card, it's just a cute girl on the card. Like, there's levels to this, and some of y'all are on two very, very far ends of the spectrums where you need to probably find the middle ground to actually come to a solution for this. But that's honestly just what this video is about. I kind of wanted to yap about that because One of them is a little bit more lighthearted, obviously, like, you know, the jewelry bonder, the One Piece guys are gonna goon for their, you know, what is it, waifus and all that other stuff. But to be more on a serious note with the Dragon Ball thing and the pan imagery, I'm not gonna, just because I like Dragon Ball and I do enjoy some of the artwork, and I think personally, I think the design of the game is pretty good. I'm not gonna, just because I like the game and some of the developers and people behind it, I'm not gonna let that keep me from giving my opinion on that, because I do think the card and the choice to use that type of artwork is wrong. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'll post like some images. I don't know if I did it or not. I usually don't edit and post little pop-ups, but I think for context, I probably should post the images, just to, you know, for reference sake. But hopefully you guys have a good day. That's all for now. Maybe the next video I'll actually show you my inventory. But until then, peace.